Hello, in this video we will discuss about the fatty liver progression. So from the normal liver to the fatty liver and cirrhosis we will discuss in this video. So the more than 75 million people in the United States may have NAFLD, the non-alcoholic fatty liver disorder. So in this way, the non-fatty liver disease basically is due to the fatty liver. So let's begin to understand. Here is a person contain liver, and what is the function of liver? Basically, liver is the metabolic center which control and homeostasis throughout the body, as well as liver is used for the detoxification of other components. So here is the heart which that pump the blood toward the hepatic artery, and while the hepatic vein will transmit the blood or pump blood, move blood toward the heart. So this is the gallbladder. And remember that thing, here is the artery, hepatic artery from gut. Basically is blood carrying fat and nutrients enter through hepatic portal vein. So this is to gut. Bile secretion secreted through hepatic ducts into intestine directly or gallbladder for storage. So on the other hand, from gut, the blood carrying fat and nutrients enter through hepatic portal vein. So this is the overview of the liver. Let's begin to understand the hepatocytes within the liver. And these hepatocytes basically used for the detoxification of drugs because the endoplasmic reticulum. And on the other hand, the synthesis of protein through endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi bodies after the transcription to translation. So this is the hepatocyte nucleus, and small droplets of fat is normal. For example, 5%. Above the 5% is dangerous. So here is the healthy liver. A character is the liver carries out many tasks, including processing nutrients absorbed from the gut and controlling the levels of glucose, fat, protein in the blood, and store carbs and fat. Because the insulin will trigger the carb to conversion into the glycogen formation is known as glycogenesis. While the glycogenolysis also occur, lipolysis and lipogenesis will also occur. So the metabolic part means the catabolism and anabolism occur. So let's begin to understand the progression of the fatty liver from the healthy liver is the number one. Number two is the NAFLD. In NAFLD means the hepatocyte accumulate the excessive fat, a process known as the steatosis. Such fat can come from the diet, be made in the liver, or be released by insulin resistance and fatty adipose tissue. So in this way, the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which that will be progressed due to the healthy liver, and it is not non-alcoholic. Remember, we are not using the alcohol. So in this way, here you can see this is the displaced nucleus and bloated cell, inflated cells, and large droplets of fat rather than the normal droplets of fat will occur. But it is, remember, reversible. It can be reversed to the healthy liver if we will diagnose and treatment. While this is the 25% of the US population have NAFLD2, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease 2. While on the other hand, the reversibilities, and it is further progressed to the NASH, the NASH. It is basically the up to 30% of people with NAFLD will develop into a NASH. So basically, what is the NASH and NASH? And let's begin to understand the non-alcoholic stress and basically is the non-alcoholic steatohepatitis. So, if accumulated fat causes stress and injury to hepatocytes, non-alcoholic steatohepatitis (NASH) develops. Already bloated hepatocytes swell further and start to die, causing inflammation. Replaces the scarring. Fibrosis occurs as collagen fibers. Collagen fiber replaces the dead cell, so the dead cell will occur. But it is also reversible to reverse toward the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease to the healthy liver if the treatment will be applied soon. So in this way, here the liver condition is basically the collagen fibers will be deposit and inflamed and dying hepatocytes, but the again regenerate the hepatocyte if we will provide the good treatment. So in this video, we are just understanding with the overview what is the fatty liver progression. So this is the green color is showing that the collagen fibers, while the orange color is showing that the inflamed and fatty deposition and dying hepatocyte. It will progress to the dying. While on the other hand, the number 4 is the cirrhosis. It is irreversible, not reversible. And in this way, over the year or decade, dead hepatocytes are broken down and scar tissue accumulates. When scar tissue accumulates mean the after the death of the hepatocytes. Hepatocyte means the liver cell, which that will be die after the death of the hepatocyte. Basically, is the hepatocyte are broken down and scar tissue accumulates, which stiffen the liver. It means the hardness of the liver will occur, and in this way the liver color will be changed more blackish and the impairs its function. So in this way, the glycogenesis, the degradation of the toxins, as well as the protein synthesis, and a lot of things which that is metabolic part of the liver. That is why the homeostasis will disrupt and known as cirrhosis. This can lead to liver failure and can increase the risk of liver cancer. When the liver cancer will occur, it will be transmitted throughout the body, will lead to metastasis. The malignant tumor will form, will lead to stage 4 of cancer, cause the death. So this is up to 20% of people will NS non-alcoholic steatohepatitis will lead to may go on to the development of cirrhosis. So in this way, this is the liver and blood circulatory system. So in this way, the function of liver and cirrhosis we will discuss. So basically, the complement system will decrease. In this way, the pathogen can invade easily. On the other hand, the RBC basically breakdown and synthesis of RBC will decrease. On the other hand, the hypercholesteremia, because the cholesterol will not excrete, glycogenesis will decrease and glycogenolysis increase. Hyperglycemia due to the increase of the blood glucose due to the glycogenolysis, and the detoxification will decrease. In this way, the toxin will increase and homeostasis will decrease, and adipose tissue will degrade to enter into the blood circulatory system. That is why the hypercholesteremia, because the cholesterol will not excrete extra. Albumin will decrease. So the albumin is very important for the osmoregulation, and maintain the fluid into the blood circulatory system will decrease. That is the problem. And in this way, the diagnosis and treatment is the liver transplantation after biopsy to confirm the liver cirrhosis. So that is the fatty liver progression from the healthy liver to NAFLD to the NASH to the cirrhosis. Cirrhosis is the irreversible, and after this basically is the transplantation is important if the liver will be completely damaged.